Obviously, I'd like to apologise for reading for a shoot. I don't normally like to do that when I do a speech, but thanks to that table at the back, I've got a lot to drink and I've got a lot to say, so... I don't understand what I'm saying.
Yay! Keep on the back!
So, hey guys. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't sure what to say today, but having proposed over 5 years ago, I was in the fortunate position to have ample time to do exactly what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. I thought about this a lot last night as I wrote the speech. Zoe, I love you so much, and I really hope you feel the same way about me after you hear this speech. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Zoe's parents, Mick and Sharon, for all your support throughout our relationship and to help make today happen. For anyone who knows Zoe, you'll know how kind, caring and thoughtful she is. Thank you for raising your daughter to be the wonderful woman she is today. Zoe's told me about many of the stories growing up, and at the backbone of each was the support and love she received from you both. I'm sure she made you proud, and I'm positive she'll continue to do so. My mum and dad have been amazing, and I'd like to thank them for all the support they have given me over the years, and always treated Zoe as part of the family. I've been asked so many times, am I nervous about getting married? And the answer has been no. I think that's because of the examples they have set for marriage. My parents have been married for 30 years and are still in love. I hope that Zoe and I can be as happy as the two of you are.
There's two lies in that.
I don't want to get over it, so. I'd like to turn everyone's attention to my beautiful wife. As with all good stories, there's no better place to start than the beginning. Although going to the same school and college and sharing many mutual friends, it wasn't until 2011 I met Zoe. I got to know her at a house party where we were introduced by my best man, Adam. I remember exactly how I felt after seeing Zoe for the first time. I remember saying to Adam, wow, what a knob. As I'm sure Zoe will agree, it's far from a love at first sight story. After a few more meetups and several rounds of mini golf, we finally found our spark. Although after the past 10 years, our relationship has been tested by deployments and long distance, we've weathered the storm each and every time. And I think that's the essential foundation of any relationship, the ability to be content in adversity and enjoy the little things. I've said so many thank yous today, but the most important one is to Zoe. She's put an unbelievable amount of effort and time into this wedding. Make sure everything is perfect and it's done it with almost no help from myself, as I've been overseas courses, and mainly because I'm a lazy bastard. But I believe in being someone's other half doesn't mean that you put 50% into things, but being flexible and committed to putting whatever is required to get us over the line. And I promise to always do that and be your 99% me you need to be. Zoe, you're the love of my life, the light in my darkness, you've made our house a home, the mother of our dog, the pain in my house, and I'd be totally lost without you. I'm excited to share the rest of my life with you and create even more wonderful memories. Please can I ask you all to raise a glass to my beautiful wife, Zoe. On behalf of my wife and I, welcome to the wonderful Line-In. Thank you for all taking the time to come and celebrate with us today. We really appreciate the effort you made to get to here, especially those who have travelled great distance. It means so much to be surrounded by all the people we love on our wedding day, and I'm grateful for you all that managed to share this special occasion with us. Unfortunately, it's not been possible to have everyone with us, we love with us today, but we know with it, paper shit. But we know they're here with us in spirit, and not only in our thoughts today, but more importantly in our hearts. So with them in mind, would you please stand, raise your glasses, and join me in a toast to absent friends and family. The reason Zoe and I chose this venue hopefully has become apparent. When Zoe was working in Chelmsford on a farm just down the road, we visited for food and drinks and fell in love with the atmosphere. And we're so happy we could host our wedding day here today. Thank you to Kaylee and her staff for looking after us today.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can all agree how beautiful the bridesmaid Rachel looks today. You've been amazing. You've been amazing friends over the years, and thank you for investing so much time and effort in planning the hen do and supporting her today. Last, but by all means least, the best man ever. You've been my friends in school, and we shared so many horrible memories together. Some of those made most recently on the stag do, which you somehow managed to save even though all the events got cancelled and everyone got COVID. So thank you for making that happen, as well as making it a memorable weekend. To conclude, I hope you all have a good night. I've enjoyed my day so far, and hopefully we can all enjoy the night from now on. I ask all the tables at the front to drink as much as you like, stay as late as you like. Table at the back, behave yourself. You're in a 2-count room, keep dicks in your pants. Stay away from my mum and nan.
Right, strap in. I'm looking forward to this show for so long. I've got so many wonderful stories, that nice idea. Handsome, kind, intelligent, and excellent in bed. That's enough about me. I'm not here to talk about me today. For those of you that don't know, my name is Adam, and I am Steve's best man. Now, there's a lot of pressure on a best man to deliver an excellent speech, and this is something I've took really seriously. And Steve promised me if I do a good job today, I can be the best man at his next wedding as well. When Steve first asked me as well, I wasn't sure, but I thought this might be the only chance I get to have a meal and some drinks paid for me by him as well, so I thought I'd take the chance as well. And these next however many minutes I drag this on for is only minutes that Zoe hasn't planned today as well, but you would have mentioned. So I went to school with Steve, and I knew him as the goalkeeper for Walton B team. He was the goalkeeper for the B team. Walton's a village he lived in. And we all know, growing up, the worst kid goes in goal. The worst kid at football goes in goal. And Steve was so bad, he was the goalkeeper of the B team. He didn't even make the A team. He was the goalkeeper of the B team. He was so terrible. So I just knew him as the worst footballer around. That's how I sort of knew Steve to start with. Oh no, I'm screwing up the second part of my speech here. 1 second. Can you hear me? Is that alright? Yeah. Okay. So in about year 9, me and Steve got put into like similar lessons and classes together. And this is where we became mates. And Steve was a wind-up merchant. He would do anything to annoy anybody, regardless of the outcome that would happen to him. Even teachers were annoyed by Steve. On one occasion, a teacher put Steve in a bin. A teacher called Mr. Large put Steve in a bin. That's a true story as well. Anyway, when we turned 18, we started going off into the city centre on nights out together. Now, as you probably can imagine, Steve had little to no luck with girls growing up. And this would continue as we got older. Not much would change when we got to 18. We would mostly go to this bar on a Tuesday called Secura, and I would witness many of Steve's failed attempts to impress a woman, which I'm going to tell you about right now. Examples of this include one time, Steve turned up for a night out in like a skin-tight black Puma cycling shirt. And you'll be surprised no girl told to him that night. Another night as well, he wore fake tattoo sleeves out as well. I was like, what the... Why have you bought them? Like, why have you got... Who's going to be impressed by that? No one. Nobody at all. Then my ultimate favourite fail of Steve was in this bar one night, and he walked over to his drink, and he took the ice out of his drink, and he walked over to these 2 girls, and he smashed the ice on the table in front of them. They looked horrified, they looked a bit scared. I think they were ushering for security to come over, like, what's this crazy guy doing? Then he said the infamous line, now that I've broke the ice, my name's Steve, I'm going to buy you a drink. And you'll not be surprised to know, he went home on his own again. And he didn't get a phone number either. He was hopeful, but... And shortly after this, I unfortunately ended up with a girlfriend called Emily. What did he say? She's filming a bit of Jeremy Kyle. What did he say? She can't be here for long. I can't remember now. Anyway, I had a girlfriend, and she was Emily's friend, and Steve was my friend. She had a barbecue, and that's how they eventually met. Then shortly after this, Steve joined the army, but I knew we was great mates because we would not speak for ages, then we would just pick up where we left off. So I knew we had a great friendship from then. Now, the bit you probably didn't want me to talk about. The stag do. I was told not to talk about this, but I thought, can I swear? I won't swear. No, I'll talk about it. I was going to say. I'll talk about this. So, I need to read this because there's a lot to get through here. When we got to the hotel in Nottingham, John, at the back, John showed Steve the outfit we bought him to wear for that weekend, and it was, if you know, do you know anyone know what a gimp costume is? That little bondage outfit. If you don't worry, because I'm going to explain it in great detail. What exactly how he looked like. So, he's a little leather mask with leather vests, his nipples on show, leather pants, a silver mesh thong, lots of zips, as well as a ball gag and nipple clamps. Now, between me, Dom, and John, we didn't know how to put it on. Thank God Steve was there. He knew straight away how to put it on. This was not the first time he definitely put this on his mouth, I don't think. He was much he said, yeah, oh yeah, that's how tight I want the ball gag, Dom, yeah, that's good. I don't believe he's never worn that before. Anyway, it was a very expensive weekend. Not for all of us, just mostly Callum.
75 pounds for 3 fucking
Two out of the 3 things we booked to do, we didn't even end up doing in the end anyway. But we made up for this by going to glory holes. And I know what you're thinking, get your mind out the gutter. Ain't say crazy golf place. And this was the first time as well, I've only ever seen Steve show genuine concern for somebody. Dom decided he was at a driving range, just smashed his golf ball, bounced off the roof, and it smashed John straight in the head. It looked really painful. And within a few seconds, he had a huge swelling on his head. It was literally the size of a golf ball. Anyway, that's enough about Steve. We talked about him enough. I'd also like to say how wonderful most of you look tonight as well. The one person who does look wonderful, that I'm sure we can all agree on, is Zoe. Zoe, you look absolutely stunning. After you, Rachel, you look absolutely stunning as well. It's a great honour today to be chosen to be best man by Steve, surrounded by all his friends, families, and all your plus ones. You know who you are. Steve is generally one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's definitely the funniest person I've ever met as well. He's generally a great guy, very thoughtful, and I'm lucky to call him my mate. Richard and Debbie, you've raised a truly wonderful son, I would say. Steve, I love you, man. I look forward to the day where I get married, and you can be my best man, and you can roast me much worse than I've roasted you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to raise a glass, drink up, as Steve has told me there's an open bar tonight, courtesy of him, to Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher.
Talk amongst yourselves.